what happens if nuclear diplomacy with Iran collapses? According to new reports, in a private meeting last December, Donald Trump gave Benjamin Netanyahu a powerful assurance. If talks with Tehran fail, the United States would support Israeli strikes on Iran's ballistic missile program. Not a public declaration, not a press conference warning, a private commitment, and it could reshape the Middle East. The conversation reportedly took place on December 29th at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Publicly, the two leaders emphasized diplomacy. Trump spoke about giving negotiations a real chance. He stressed strength, but also patience. Behind closed doors, according to a February report by CBS News, the message to Netanyahu was clear. If Iran refuses reasonable terms, especially regarding its missile program, Washington would back Israeli military action. That doesn't necessarily mean American jets dropping bombs, but it does mean something significant. Most people think of Iran's nuclear program as the core issue, but for Israel, ballistic missiles are just as urgent, maybe even more immediate. Iran's missile arsenal is already operational. Some systems are capable of reaching Israeli territory and U.S. bases in the region. Netanyahu has long insisted that any agreement with Tehran must restrict missile development, potentially limiting ranges to around 300 kilometers, and address Iran's regional proxy networks. Tehran, however, has consistently rejected including missiles in nuclear talks. Iranian officials argue that missiles are conventional defensive tools, not nuclear weapons. But here's the complication. Several regional countries, including Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, have publicly said they would not allow their airspace to be used for attacks on Iran. That makes any strike scenario operationally complex. In other words, this isn't a simple green light. It's a difficult military puzzle. The timing of the report is just as important as its content. The revelations surfaced as nuclear talks are reportedly resuming. Some analysts believe the message is strategic pressure, a signal to Tehran: negotiate seriously or risk escalation. Trump has repeatedly said he prefers a deal that guarantees Iran never obtains nuclear weapons, but he has also warned that if talks fail, consequences will follow. If talks collapse and Israel moves forward with strikes, even with limited U.S. backing, the risks are enormous. Iran could retaliate directly at Israel. It could target U.S. bases in the Gulf. It could activate regional proxy forces. What begins as a missile strike campaign could spiral into a wider regional conflict. And that's why this reported December assurance matters so much. It signals that Washington is preparing for both outcomes, a deal or confrontation.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.